Good morning all. In this video lecture we are going to discuss two topics: kVA output for three-phase transformer and EMF per turn in the subject design of electrical apparatus from the second unit. Design of transformers. There the second topic, that is kVA output for single phase transformer, already we have completed. Now we are going to take the kVA output for three-phase transformers. And so in a single phase transformer, the output kVA output equation is 2.22 F into 5m kW AW delta into 10 to the power minus 3 in terms of flex. And in terms of flex density, we are substituting for flex density as flex per area. So from this equation, you can get for 5m as Bm into Ai. Bm is the flex density and A is the area of cross section of core. And so this is the final equation. These two are the final equation. This is in terms of flex and this is in terms of flex density. So we are getting 2.22 as the factor in this equation. So this 2.22 is there. Actually two links are there in a single phase transformer. Two links will be there in the core. We are having two links, one for primary winding and another for secondary winding. So now construction wise, we can see how this single phase transformer can be converted into three phase transformer. It is very simple. We are adding one more leg, okay, one more limb per leg, so that now it is having three core sections, core limb sections. So in each core limb section we will be having the winding, and the windings are going to be finally made with a phase displacement of 120 degree between each other, so that it will be giving a three phase transformer. It may be R phase, Y phase and B phase, or A phase, B phase and C phase. So now it is a three phase transformer. So see, simply we are adding one more window with one leg, okay. So now this equation, from this equation we can understand that what will be the output equation of transformer for three phase. So here it is two limbs and one window is there. So it is 2.22. So if we add one more limb, it will be plus 1.11. Actually it is 1.11 plus 1.11, 2.22. So now if we add one more limb, it will be 3.33 will be the output equation of transformer. And window area and copper area available will be 2 times that of the single phase transformer, isn't it? So in a single phase transformer, this will be the window area available, and this is the copper area available, copper area occupied in this window. So if it is a three phase transformer, this copper area will be 2 times as that of the single phase transformer. So these 2 points you can understand. So based on, you just keep it in mind. Finally we will be verifying that concept. Okay. So now we are going to derive the output kVA output equation for a three phase transformer. And here the induced EMF per phase or single phase transformer EMF equation is 4.44 F into 5m into T. And we are writing in terms of EMF per turn, so it will be a constant. 4.44 F into 5m is a constant. And we have already defined what is window space factor. It is the ratio between conductor area and total area of the window. And so from this equation we are writing the conductor area in window AC as kWAW. And so delta is the current density, and current density will be assuming it is same at both primary and secondary winding. Anyhow, the current density, the formula is current per area. So at primary side it is IP by AP, and at the secondary side it is IS by AS. And from this we are writing for AP and AS in terms of current density as IP by delta or IS by delta for primary and secondary sides respectively. And then we are writing the equation for ampere turns, so it is IPTP, and it is also equal to ISTS. So then we are calculating the total copper area in the window as AC, that is equal to, so I have already seen in the construction that it is 2 times that of the single phase transformer, okay, for a three phase transformer. So now it is 2 times of number of primary turns and area of cross section of the primary conductor. So 2 into APTP plus 2 into ASTS is the copper area in the window for a three phase transformer. So it is 2 into TP, and AP and AS we are substituting in terms of current density. So current density as IP by delta and IS by delta, so that so delta, this 2 and delta we are taking outside as a common factor. So it is IPTP plus ISTS, both are ampere turns. So it is 2 times of ampere turns, so it is 4 times of ampere turns by delta. So you just compare this equation. If we compare this equation for a single phase transformer, in single phase transformer it will be 280 by delta. So window and windings are added 2 times as compared to the single phase transformer in a 3 phase transformer. So it is 2 times of what we have obtained in a single phase transformer. That factor is verified now. And so this is the total copper area available, and that equation also it is equal to, in terms of window space factor, it is kWaw. So this 480 by delta is equal to kWaw. So from this we are writing the equation for ampere turns as kWaw the delta by 4, and ampere turn equation we got. And then we are writing the equation for kVA output of a 3-phase transformer. So it is 3 times of what is in single phase transformer. So 3 into VPIP, that is voltage per phase and current per phase in a single phase transformer. And this V is also equal to E. If we neglect the if we neglect the resistance, being it is very low, we are assuming this induced EMF and supply voltage is the same. And so we are writing in terms of EP also. So this equation is multiplied and divided with TP, so that this factor will become EMF per turn and this factor will become ampere turn. Then we are substituting for ET, that is EMF per turn, and ampere turn. Ampere turn equation is kWaw delta by 4. Just now we have derived, and for EMF per turn is a constant parameter, that is 4.44 F into phi m. So now this 4 and 4.44 will get cancelled and you will be getting 1.11. So 3 into 1.11 is 3.33. So it is 3.33 for a 3-phase transformer. So this equation is in terms of Im. So we can write it in terms of flux density also. So flux Im will be equal to Bm into Ai. So that this equation is 3.33 F into Bm Ai kWaw delta into 10 to the power minus 3. So only thing is, for a single phase transformer it is 2.22 and the same factors, and for a 3-phase transformer it is 3.33, because one more link is added. In a single phase transformer, 2 limbs and 1 window area and winding area will be there. In a 3-phase transformer, 1 more limb and 1 more window is added. So it is 3.33 over here. Okay, so this is about the output equation of a 3-phase transformer. And the next topic, second topic in this video lecture we are going to discuss is about the EMF pattern. Actually, if we know the EMF pattern, it is the parameter which is going to be designed. So we have to select the appropriate value of EMF pattern so as to design the transformer. So this EMF pattern now it is going to be expressed in terms of kVA output and specific electric loading and magnetic loading ratio. Usually in design of electrical machines, in rotating machines, we will define specific loadings as it is. That is, it will be specified as specific electric loading and specific magnetic loading separately. But in a transformer design, we are going to define the ratio between specific magnetic loading and specific electric loading. Actually, this phi m is the magnetic circuit parameter. So it is proportional to specific this phi m is the specific magnetic loading, and it is ampere turn. Ampere is the electric circuit parameter. So it is the specific electric loading. So we are defining a ratio between the specific magnetic loading and electric loading as R. So this is the only difference in the way we are expressing specific magnetic loading and electric loading in a design of transformer as compared to the design of rotating machines. Okay. So now we can take the output equation, kVA output equation of a single phase transformer. So we know it is VPIP into 10 to the power minus 3. This VP also is equal to EP, and so we are simply writing it as VP or EPS 4.44 F into phi m into TP. That is at the primary side. All this suffix P represents it as primary side. So we are substituting for VP from this equation 4.44 F into phi m into TP is the equation for VP and IP, and 10 to the power minus 3. So now this TP IP is ampere turns. Okay, so we are writing ampere turn into 10 to the power minus 3, and then we are writing this ampere turn, that is specific electric loading, in terms of this ratio. Okay, so AT will be equal to 5m by R. So we are writing 5m by R. So here we will be getting 5m square. So the equation will be 5m square here. So we are separating this 5m square. So 5m square will be equal to Q multiplied with this R divided by 4.44 F into 10 to the power minus 3. So this is the equation for 5m square. So we are getting for 5m is square root of this equation. We know EMF per turn is 4. Now we are going to express EMF per turn in terms of output of the transformer and the ratio between specific magnetic loading and electric loading. Okay, that is our objective in this topic, EMF per turn. That is, we are going to express EMF per turn in terms of output of the transformer, that is kVA output of the transformer, as well as in terms of the ratio between specific magnetic loading and electric loading. Okay, so now we are writing the EMF equation first. So EMF equation is EMF per turn equation is 4.44 F into 5m. So for 5m we are having the equation in terms of kVA output of the transformer, as well as in terms of the ratio between specific magnetic loading and electric loading R. Okay, so that we are substituting over here. So now this 4.44 F and square root of 4.44 F will get cancelled. So the remaining will be square root of 4.44 into F, and already there is Q and R. So we are writing Q separately because EMF per turn now is going to be expressed in terms of kVA output of the transformer Q, and in terms of the ratio between specific magnetic loading and electric loading R. Okay, so we are writing as per our requirement. So we are taking out this Q separately, square root of Q we have taken. So the remaining parameters will be 4 plus square root of 4.44 F into R into 10 to the power 3. So this factor is everything is constant here. Okay, so we are representing that as a k, that as a constant k. So constant k is equal to square root of 4.44 F into R into 10 to the power 3. So finally we will be writing k as 4.44 F into we know R is 5m by 80, that is the ratio between specific magnetic loading and electric loading into 10 to the power minus 3. So our EMF per turn, see here this EMF per turn is directly proportional to this proportionality constant K and kVA output equation of the transformer. And so the value of K depends upon the type, service conditions and methods of construction of a transformer. So this value of K will be different for different types of transformer, depends upon the construction. So the different values of K for different types of transformer is mentioned over here. See here it is for a single phase shell type transformer, this value. For single phase core type transformer, its value will be 0.75 to 0.85. And for three phase shell type transformer, for three phase core type distribution transformer and three phase core type power transformer. Always this high voltage transformer, that is distribution transformer and power transformer, will be usually of core type. Only low voltage transformer will be of shell type in nature. So these are the different values of K for a transformer based on its construction. Okay, so this is about EMF per turn in a transformer. So today we have discussed two topics. One is the output equation of three-phase transformer, kVA output equation of three-phase transformer Q as 3.33 phi mf kWAW or delta and 10 to the power minus 3, whereas this kW is the Windows phase factor. And in terms of flux density, this phi m will be replaced as Bm into Ai. And then we have discussed another topic, EMF per turn, how EMF per turn can be expressed in terms of output kVA output of the transformer and the ratio between specific magnetic loading and specific electric loading. Also different, the value of K, how it varies based on different types of the transformer is also mentioned. So thank you for listening this video. In the next section of the video, we will be discussing about the design of transformer core. Thank you for listening.